The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. I'm going to stop right there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah Kodash. A double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. Shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with a follow-up lesson, from the one that I did earlier today, in regards to staying in order. All right, because staying in order with Yahweh Shai Shai shows your fear of the Lord, man. And that's our whole duty, to fear the Most High, Yahweh, in the name of his son Yahweh Shai, and to keep his commandments, meaning following his instructions to the best of our abilities, man. You see, the fear of the Lord is something that really needs to be understood in these last days, because he's getting more and more active when it comes to judgment, and it's going to only increase as the days progress. And we want to make sure that we are in order, man. And it's the spirit, because the brothers from GMS Dallas did a lesson on this very topic today as well. So the spirit of the Lord is telling us something, man. We got to be in order. All right, we got to be in order, man, because we don't want to receive the judgment of Yahweh Shai Shai. He's all about order, man. Okay, and matter of fact, I'm going to play a clip from that video. All right, we must fear Yahweh Shai Shai and keep his commandments, and part of that is being in order, man. All right, here's the lesson right here, and it's from GMS. Judgment is here. All right, go ahead, subscribe to be edified. So pretty much they're going into a specific account that should put fear in you, man. All right, matter of fact, it goes into Moses, and that's a great man of the Lord, Yahweh Shai Shai. And let's just go ahead and play the clip. Hopefully it'll play. There we go.
Did not grant him to go into the promised land, bro. And the one thing that he did when he smoked the rock versus speaking into it, that was that one thing. The Most High was like, nah, you know what? Because at the end of the day, it didn't give glory to them. He didn't give glory to the Most High by doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like something in my head, my mind, I always think about is like, man, Moses did that one thing that he wasn't able to see the promised land in that time.
In that time, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it's like that one action, the Most High stopped them from even being able to make it.
Right.
That should show you how much we should fear Yahweh Shai Shai, so that look, we trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? We want to make it into the promised land. We want to make it into the chariot.
Right.
So yeah, there you go. All right, the brothers from GMS Dallas mentioned that account where Moses was upset with the children of Israel because, they were going off and whatnot. They were doubting and murmuring in the wilderness, and the Lord gave him specific instructions to speak to a rock so that he can perform a miracle, all right, in which he will make the water come out of the rock to give drink unto the children of Israel. But Moses, instead, he smote it, he hit it, all right, and the Lord said, because of that, you're not going to make it into the promised land on this side. So Moses didn't enter into the promised land back then, all right. Instead, Joshua and Caleb entered in. But that should show you, man, the Lord is not playing them. How much more us, man? And you see how great of a man Moses was, okay? And the Lord still, for disobedience said, hey, you're not going to make it into the promised land. All right? But, yeah, that's just something to put it into perspective. We have to be obedient, man, and be in order, especially in these last days. Okay? Let's get that account really quick. Matter of fact, you know what? There's another account I want to bring up. All right. Matter of fact, let's get that really quick. Salaki. I'm a little bit all over the place, but bear with me. So here it is right here. It's an account that I always think of, all right, from time to time. When the Most High Yahweh, all right, Bahashem Shai struck down a man named Uzzah, all right, for touching the Ark of the Covenant. All right, if you know that account, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's get into it. This is from gotquestions.com, I guess, or .org. And it says the story of Uzzah and the Ark of the Covenant is found in 2 Samuel chapter 6, verse 1 through 7, and 1 Chronicles chapter 13, verse 9 through 12. All right. It says, as the ark was being transported, the oxen pulling the cart stumbled, and a man named Uzzah took hold of the ark. The Most High's anger burned against Uzzah, and he struck him down, and he died. Uzzah's punishment does appear to be extreme for what we might consider to be a good deed. However, there are the reasons why the Most High took such severe action. Okay, so if you understand the story, matter of fact, we'll get that account. All right, let's just go ahead and get it in 2 Samuel chapter 6. All right, so here's the account right here in 2 Samuel chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 1. All right, and it says, again, David gathered together all the chosen men of Israel, 30,000. And David arose and went with all the people that were with him from Baal of Judah to bring up from thence the ark of the Most High, all right, whose name is called by the name of the Lord YAHAWAH of hosts, that dwelleth between the cherubims. All right, that's when Israel had the Ark of the Covenant. All right, and they recovered it. Now, verse 3, it says, and they set the ark of the Most High upon a new cart and brought it out of the house of Abinadab that was in Gibeah, and Uzzah and Ahio, the sons of Abinadab, drave the new cart. So they were, accompanying the cart that was holding the Ark of the Covenant, right? And they brought it out of the house of Abinadab, which was at Gibeah, accompanying the Ark of the Most High. And Ahio went before the Ark. Right, verse 5 says, and David and all the house of Israel played before the Lord YAHAWAH, Bashmi Yahushai, on all manner of instruments made of fir wood, even on harps and on psalteries and on timbrels and on cornets and on cymbals. They were rejoicing because they recovered the Ark of the Covenant. I believe the Philistines had taken it and, they got it back. So they were happy. They were excited. Verse 6, and when they came to Nachon's threshing floor, Uzzah put forth his hand to the Ark of the Most High and took hold of it, for the oxen shook it. And the anger of the Lord YAHAWAH, Bashmi Yahushai, was kindled against Uzzah, and the Most High smote him there for his error, and there he died by the Ark of the Most High. You see? And David was displeased because the Lord YAHAWAH had made a breach upon Uzzah, and he called the name of the place Perez Uzzah to this day. And David was afraid of the Lord YAHAWAH, Bashmi Yahushai, that day, and said, how shall the Ark of the Lord YAHAWAH come to me? All right, so that was a very frightful thing to see. So what happened was, you get to see the scenario. Everybody was rejoicing and happy that the Ark of the Covenant was recovered. They were playing on instruments before the Lord YAHAWAH, Bashmi Yahushai. And the oxen that was carrying the cart, all right, I guess, they hit a bump or whatever, and the ark was getting ready to fall. And the man, Uzzah, he's trying to hold the Ark of the Covenant up from falling on the ground. And the fact that he touched it, the Lord killed him. All right. And that's for a reason, because the Lord's instructions, man, it was out of order. And it cost him his life, man. And, we can only speculate how the Lord, smote him. As a man, I would think that it was a chariot, man. The Lord commanded an angel or whatever to strike him. And it says that he created a breach on him, meaning, a breach is like a breaking. So it was probably very gruesome. Because even, King David was like, yo, he's a man of war. Even he was afraid of that, man. So this shows you, man, hey, the Lord nothing to be played with. We got to be in order, man. He killed that man for doing that. And he thought he was doing a good thing. Okay. Matter of fact, let's get that website, because it goes into it. All right, so back to the website, they kind of go into it a little bit. All right, so it says, first, the Most High had given Moses and Aaron specific instructions about the tent of meeting and the movement of the Ark of the Covenant. You see, the Lord YAHAWAH gave Moses and Aaron specific instructions regarding that. It says, after Aaron and his sons had finished covering the holy furnishings and all the holy articles, and when the camp is ready to move, the Kohathites are to come to do the carrying. You see, that's that line that I was talking about, man. Specific bloodline, out of, I believe, the Levites, right, which are the priests, they were the only ones that were, appointed to touch the ark, man. All right. That's the Lord's instructions. But they must not touch the holy things or they will die. The Kohathites are to carry those things that are in the tent of meeting. It tells you about that in Numbers 4 and verse 15. Let's get that. Okay. All right, here it is right here in the ESV. It says, and when Aaron and his sons have finished covering the sanctuary and all the furnishings of the sanctuary as the camp sets out, after that the sons of Kohath shall come to carry these. But they must not touch the holy things lest they die. These are the things of the tent of the meeting that the sons of Kohath are to carry. All right. There you go. Specific instructions from the Lord, man. Specific orders. Okay, and it says, no matter how innocently it was done, touching the ark was in direct violation of the Most High's law and was to result in death. This was a means of preserving the sense of the Most High's holiness and the fear of drawing near to him without appropriate preparation. Okay, the Lord, he's merciful, man, but this is why you must fear the Lord, man. You don't know if he's going to have mercy on you or not. All right, so it's not a good thing to just feel like you can just do whatever the fuck you want to do and get out of order. All right, get complacent. All right, it says, notice how David took men with him to collect the ark rather than allowing the Levites to bring it with him or to bring it to him. That was a great mistake, since it ought never to have been put upon a cart, old or new. It was to be borne upon men's shoulders and carrying by Levites only, and those of the family of Kohath. All right. And it tells you that right here. Let's read that. Exodus 25. It says, you shall cast 4 rings of gold for it and put them on its 4 feet, 2 rings on the one side of it and 2 rings on the other side of it. You shall make poles of acacia wood and overlay them with gold, and you shall put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark to carry the ark by them. So the Lord is very specific, man. Very specific. Okay. Now it says, failing to follow the Most High's precise instructions would have been as not revering the Most High's words when he spoke them through those such as Moses, when he had appointed, having an independent attitude that might border on rebellion. You see, rebellion, man. The Lord can't stand that, man. He don't like rebellion. So those of you new Israelites that come into this truth, you got to be in order, man. Because going against the Lord's order, that's a form of rebellion. It could cost you your life. It says, seeing and acting on things from a worldly rather than a spiritual perspective or disobedience. All right. You see? Second, the ark had stayed for a period of time at Abinadab's house, where his sons Uzzah and Ahio may well have become accustomed to his presence, saying, there's an old saying, familiarity breeds contempt. That could apply in this case. Uzzah, having been around the ark in his own home, could very likely forget the holiness that it represented. There are times when we do too, fail to recognize the holiness of the Most High, becoming too familiar with him and with an irreverent attitude. All right, so there you go, man. You don't ever want to get too familiar, all right, with the order that the Lord has set up, starting with his men, all right, Elder Apostle Tahar, on down, man. Here at Great Millstone, there's order set up. And if you get out of that order, it could cost you your life, because the Lord is watching. You see, the Lord is very specific on certain things, man. We brought this out in the last video. I'm going to bring it out again. 1 Corinthians 14 verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. Okay, we're stressing this because the Spirit is on us to go into this topic. The Lord he's speaking through his men right about now. We all got to take heed. We got to be making sure we watching our ass, man, in these last days. All right? And not getting complacent and careless, because like I said, in these last days, it could cost you your life. The Lord is tightening up, he's tightening up the ship, man, so to speak. Okay, the elders spoke on this recently as well. The Lord YAHAWAH runs a tight ship. All right, the room for error and carelessness is dwindling, man. Though we are in this grace period. So I want to get into this right here. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 5, starting at verse 7. And it says, "For in the multitude of dreams and many words, there are also diverse vanities, but fear thou the Most High." All right, YAHAWAH, in the name of his son YAHWAH. Okay, we talked about earlier in the previous lesson about those who get puffed up with pride. They get puffed up with knowledge because they learn a few things in this truth. They memorize a lot of precepts. They got a good memory. All right. And upstarts can get judged here in these last days. All right, because they feel like they're more knowledgeable than their teachers or the ones that came before them. So they think they could jump the line and put themselves, ahead of a man that the Lord has set up to be above them. No. Big mistake. All right. This is for you younger brothers that are coming into the truth. The Lord has order, man. The Lord has order set up, and it's specific. You get outside of that, that could be your last mistake. All right. So we got to make sure we're treating the leadership correctly, man, and not getting too familiar. All right. And being unmindful. All right. But yeah, man, brothers get dreams and revelations from the Lord, and they think they on some type of, super level, man, and it's just not good to think that way. Humble, all right, is the mindset we gotta have. Humility, all right. We're begging the Lord for mercy. This ain't the time to be puffed up with pride, man. All right, verse 8, check it out. It says, "If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment, and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they." Okay, so this is going into another aspect of being in order. Okay, you got to understand that if, say, leadership does something that's out of order, you still got to be in order. All right, there's certain proper ways to handle situations, man. What does it say? It says, "Rebuke not an elder," in the scriptures. There's a chain of command that you got to go through to address a certain situation with respect. All right. You see? And the Lord is telling you right here, man, if you see something that's going off, from your higher ups, you got to consider that. Look, man, the Lord is considering that. He sees everything, man. He's in control of all things. Remember, he's the Most High. More than likely, it's a test for you to see how you're going to react. Are you going to stay in order, or are you going to get out of pocket? You see? There's a way to address things, man, decently and in order. Okay? And a prime example of that is when King David, or before, when David was, not yet king, he was dealing with Saul, King Saul, who was trying to kill him, man. King Saul was trying to murder David, but David had, the decency and the wisdom to still remain in order, because he knew that YAHAWAH was in control of everything. He regarded this scripture right here. You see what I'm saying? He understood this right here. He knew that the Lord was in control. So here we have right here. All right. It says, "Why did David refuse to kill Saul, who wanted him dead?" Because Saul had wicked spirits on him, though he's the king of Israel, man. All right. And it goes on to say, although David had killed men in war, he would not kill King Saul that wanted him dead. In one incident, Saul was chasing after David to destroy him. David entered into the cave where Saul was sleeping in, and he had the chance to kill Saul, but he refused. So David had a chance to get Saul back, man. All right. To kill him before he got killed, right? But he refused. When David's men asked him to revenge for himself, he answered, saying, "The Lord forbid that I should do such a thing to my master, the Lord's anointed, or lay my hand on him, for he is the anointed of the Lord." All right. And it talks about that in 1 Samuel chapter 24, verse 6. Let's get that really quick. So here's that account in the KJV. All right. 1 Samuel 24, verse 6. "And he had said unto his men, the Lord YAHAWAH forbid that I should do this thing unto my master." You see, the Lord YAHAWAH's anointed to stretch forth mine hand against him, seeing he is the anointed of the Lord YAHAWAH, by YAHWAH. All right. So King David had a mindset to not touch the Lord's anointed, because YAHAWAH set up King Saul in that position. And though David was wronged by King Saul, he understood his position. He understood the order. And guess what? Later on, the Lord took out King Saul, all right, for his wickedness, and David became king. You see, everything got to be done in order, man, with the fear of the Lord. All right, David had fear of YAHAWAH. All right, that's why he didn't stretch out his sword against King Saul, man. Just another example of how serious the Lord is about order. All right. I'm going to close with this right here. All right. The book of Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right. This is why you got to be on point. Speaking to myself first and foremost. All right. And I always ask for mercy if you mess up, man. But the thing is, try not to mess up to the best of your abilities. Like I said, it could cost you your life, man. All right. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. YAHAWAH Bashmi Awashai ain't playing with nobody, man. Though he does have mercy on who he's going to have mercy on, you don't know if you're going to receive that mercy. All right. He could take you out for something that you think is not a big deal. Okay. So do your best to be in order and to be obedient to YAHAWAH Bashmi Awashai. All right. So I'm ending right there. Just a quick lesson following up through the Spirit. All right. Hopefully this was edifying to you, whoever you might be out there. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of YAHAWAH, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. It's time to walk on eggshells, man. The Lord he's visiting the earth, man. All right. Hey, Kwame Asharala in the Bible Bar. Shalom.